Let's explore a photo that's been causing a storm online this month. This photo is said to be from a 2002 episode of The Simpsons, and it eerily mirrors real-life events. The image shows Donald Trump touching a glowing orb with two Middle Eastern-looking men. Last month, President Trump actually did this with the King of Saudi Arabia and the President of Egypt. The Simpsons is one of the most popular and controversial shows in the U.S. However, this show is also famous for its incredibly accurate future predictions. From the coronavirus pandemic to Snowden's classified national security files, they have made some pretty accurate predictions in the past. The Simpsons also have some frightening predictions for 2024. We're talking about Trump's shocking return, virtual reality meals, and the potential takeover of the world by AI-powered robots. What other scary predictions have they made for this year, and when will they come to pass? We'll reveal all that, but before diving into future predictions, let's look back at some terrific Simpsons prophecies that have already come true. The Simpson prophecies. For over 3 decades, The Simpsons have entertained audiences with sharp wit, wacky storylines, and humor. Many may overlook the prophetic parts and accurate predictions that have left viewers scratching their heads over the years. For instance, there was an episode called Lisa's Wedding in 1995. Lisa was shown using a video phone booth to chat with her fiancé. Fast forward to 1997, the world witnessed the birth of the BlackBerry, a groundbreaking device that merged the phone and rudimentary internet. The Simpsons, however, took it a step further. In 2008, the episode Bart Gets an Elephant shows a character wearing a wristwatch that displayed video calls. This was years before the Apple Watch released its wearable tech. If you think that was merely a coincidence, the next one will shock you. Edward Snowden's revelations. In the 2000 episode Trippin' on Nuts, a character named NSA Guy steals classified information from the National Security Agency, NSA, and escapes to Cuba. This may seem like old spy movie stuff, except for a real-life shocker in 2013. Edward Snowden, a former NSA contractor, leaked highly classified documents revealing the vast global surveillance programs of the NSA. The similarities include the Cuban connection. Did The Simpsons have a mole within the intelligence community? It is unlikely, but it has certainly sparked debate on the ability of the show to predict the future like no other. But that's not all, and the following 2 revelations are still the most shocking to date. Presidency of Donald Trump. A 1998 episode titled Bart to the Future shows Donald Trump as the 45th President of the United States. At the time, Trump was a reality TV star and businessman, far from the political sphere. The episode's writers later claimed it was a joke based on Trump's flamboyant personality. However, when Trump announced his candidacy in 2015 and subsequently won the election in 2016, The Simpsons' prediction became the talk of Hollywood. Whether it was a lucky guess or a random jab that accidentally hit the bullseye, the episode remains a mystery in American political history. The last one is a prediction of a subaquatic accident. In a 1994 episode, Marge Gets a Job, Homer is a safety inspector at a nuclear power plant. One scene shows a faulty submarine imploding due to a design flaw, with the crew trapped inside metal coffins. Tragically, in 2000, the Kursk, a Russian nuclear submarine, sank in the Barents Sea, killing all 118 crew members. The accident was later attributed to a faulty torpedo, and the submarine's design hampered the rescue attempt. These are just a few of Simpsons' predictions that many believe to have come to pass. Whether it's just luck, pure coincidence, brilliant social commentary, or something mystical, one thing is sure. The Simpsons are leaving both entertained and a little worried about the future. Here is the exciting part of this story. Stay alert as we look at the shocking Simpsons predictions for this year. The Simpsons predicted that Trump would win the 2024 election. On November 15, 2022, Trump announced his intention to run for president in 2024. Al Jean, a writer for The Simpsons, posted on X that the show had foreseen this in 2015. In an episode where the Simpsons family ventures into the future, Homer passes by a sign that reads, Trump 2024. The most shocking part is that this episode aired before Trump became president. The Simpsons had previously predicted Trump's presidency, with a line predicting that the next president after Trump would inherit budget issues from him. The presidential election is primed to come up by November, and fans of the series are waiting for a chance to prove the accuracy of its predictions once again. If you are still in doubt, have you asked yourself how the producers even learned that Trump would ever context and win in the first term? It is simply mysterious. The following prediction was merely far ahead of its time. It shows virtual reality food and gaming as far back as the 90s. Virtual reality food. The Simpsons predicted virtual reality food and gaming in 1998 in a Friends and Family episode. Simpsons show Homer and Marge eating virtual fudge through VR headsets. Interestingly, recent technological advancements have led to the creation of VR food by AOB Banquets, RMX. This innovative technology allows people to eat different foods while using VR to alter their taste perception. This innovation promises to change the way we experience food. Imagine having computers and simulators help you regain your appetite and curate your food preferences. While Simpsons' predictions did not mention altering tastes, merging technology with sensory experiences is becoming a new reality. Scientists have also predicted this will radically reshape how we interact with food. That was only one of the things The Simpsons had for us regarding future technology. The next technological prediction is mind-blowing, even though the world is still at the crude stage of adopting this tech. The boom of artificial intelligence. Will robots take over our jobs? Although some have claimed that AI-powered robots are just there to support our work, experts have been worried about this for a while, saying that super smart machines could steal people's jobs in the coming years. But guess what? The Simpsons were way ahead of the curve. In a 2012 episode called Them Robot, Homer loses his job at the power plant because Mr. Burns replaces all the workers with robots. In the episode, Burns even says something funny. You will train them, and they will replace you. That's precisely how AI works. We train these super smart programs, and then, whoops, they might be doing our jobs better. Are you for or against AI? Please add your opinion on AI and employment in the comment section. Coming next are intelligent robots. Smart robots. The Simpsons hinted at robots taking over more than just factory jobs. We already see robot servers in Japan, and self-driving cars might soon replace taxi drivers. Even creative fields could be affected. Artificial intelligence models based on super smart programs trained by humans are taking over the jobs of coders, financial advisors, and even graphic designers. The Simpsons might even predict a future where AI goes rogue in 2024. Sounds crazy, right? However, a Google engineer recently lost his job after claiming their AI had become too lifelike. We're getting closer to AI that can learn and maybe even feel emotions, just like humans. The line between fiction and reality might get even blurrier in the coming years. Do you remember the 1994 episode Itchy and Scratchy Land, where the Simpsons visited a theme park run by robots and something unbelievable happened? Those robots become super smart and rebel against their human creators. Back then, it was a funny cartoon. Today, with a respected AI researcher like Blake Lemoine fired for claiming Google's AI became too lifelike, it's a different story. We're getting closer to AI that can learn and maybe even feel emotions, just like humans. The line between fiction and reality might get even blurrier in the coming years, especially if AI decides humans are in its way, just like in Itchy and Scratchy Land. World War III in the future might be scarier than we think. The show might have even predicted a full-blown war, with tensions rising all over the globe, from the Russia-Ukraine conflict to the Israel-Palestine war, not to mention the Taiwanese independence issues between the USA and China. Some experts, like former CIA spy Andrew Bustamante, believe World War III is on the horizon in 2024. Others argue we're already in the early stages. Interestingly, The Simpsons might have foreshadowed this in 1987 with a Season 2 episode titled World War III. Believe it or not, in the episode, a paranoid Homer wakes the family in the middle of the night, convinced World War II is starting. It was a funny scene back then during the Cold War. The Cold War ended in 1991, but many believe we're entering a new one. with tensions between the USA and Russia at an all-time high. According to Wikipedia, 5 significant wars are happening right now around the world, like the one in Ukraine and the long-lasting conflict between Israel and Palestine. There are also more minor conflicts that shouldn't be forgotten, like the fighting in Colombia or Somalia, where thousands of people have died recently. Sadly, violence is a problem in many places. With all these wars going on, some experts believe the world is already at war, a colony on Mars. But wait, there's more. The Simpsons might have even predicted our next giant leap for humanity, colonizing Mars. In the 2015 episode Friend with Benefits, the government starts looking for volunteers to move to Mars. The episode even ends with a glimpse into 2051, showing the Simpsons living on Mars. A few years after this episode aired, Elon Musk, the real-life Tony Stark, revealed his plans to colonize Mars. Here's where things get crazy. The date shown in the episode, 2051, would exactly line up with Musk's ambitious plan to send 1 million people to Mars by 2050. Is it a coincidence, or are the Simpsons the ultimate fortune tellers? The current Martian surface is cold, dry, and full of harmful radiation. Liquid water, which most life needs, is scarce and frozen, so it seems unlikely that life could exist there now. Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure. 2024 could be a wild ride. First, female POTUS. Another spooky prediction for 2024, a female president of the United States. In a Simpsons episode 2000 called Bart to the Future, there's a prediction about the first female president. Lisa becomes the first ever female president in the episode. The USA is in financial trouble in the episode because of decisions made by a fictional president named Trump. Fast forward 24 years, and some think a female president could come soon. Kamala Harris is already the first female vice president of the United States. Some speculate that if Biden cannot continue as president, Kamala may take his place. Some observers believe that Joe Biden's presidency will not continue due to his age and health. The prospect of Vice President Harris assuming the highest office is beginning to gain traction. Although she has no intention to replace President Biden, many political observers believe she would take the shot if given a chance at the presidency. Kamala Harris would then be breaking 2 records as both the first female vice president and the first female president in the history of America. Smart parenting. And they have continued. The Simpsons even poked fun at the future of communication for parents with young children. In the 1992 episode Brother, Can You Spare 2 Dimes?, Homer's half-brother Herb invents a baby translator machine. Back then, it seemed like a hilarious sci-fi gag. But fast forward to today, and companies like Swiss-based Zoundreams are creating products like the Baby Dream, a technology that translates baby cries into actual words. Are you tired, hungry, or need a diaper change? This device claims to tell you exactly what your little one wants. Like the baby translator in The Simpsons, this technology might seem like something out of a cartoon, but it's becoming a reality. The issue on Wall Street? While a baby communication kit would be a great invention, the economic picture might be less rosy this year. The Simpsons predicted economic woes for the global economy. The world economy has been shaky lately, and the U.S. is no exception. The $1 trillion printed in 2020 have some economists worried about inflation and a potential collapse. Many fear that 2024 could see people losing jobs and homes. Interestingly, The Simpsons might have referred to this back in the year 2000 episode, Bart to the Future. In the episode, a future Lisa points out an economic meltdown during the Trump presidency. While Trump isn't currently president, the possibility of him winning in 2024 adds another layer of mystery to The Simpsons' predictions. Flying cars, surprise, surprise, stay tuned for the future because The Simpsons might have even predicted our next mode of transportation. In the 2005 episode Future Drama, The Simpsons travel to the future. Guess how Homer and Bart get around? In flying cars, of course. Back in 2005, this was pure science fiction. But cut to today, and companies like Samsung Sky are developing real-life hover cars. Their Switchblade model is expected to deliver in 2024, meaning we might be cruising above traffic jams like The Simpsons predicted. With 2024 just around the first quarter, only time will tell. But one thing's for sure. The Simpsons predictions make for an exciting and sometimes unsettling look at the world we might be living in very soon. The Simpsons still need to be done with Trump, President Ivanka Trump. Another exciting prediction from The Simpsons involves Ivanka Trump becoming president. In a 2016 episode called Treehouse of Horror 27, Homer wears a badge that says Anka 2028, hinting that Ivanka might run for president in 2028. Ivanka Trump, Donald Trump's daughter, has been increasingly involved in politics, which makes this prediction seem more possible. In another episode from 2017, Ivanka is shown as a member of the Supreme Court, suggesting she might get into politics soon. Some people believe that The Simpsons doesn't just predict the future, but influences it. With their track record of accurate predictions, it wouldn't be surprising if Ivanka Trump does enter politics in the future. Zombie apocalypse. In a The Simpsons episode, news anchor Kent Brockman experiences a bizarre transformation into a raging zombie after eating fast food from Krusty the Clown. In just 28 days, Springfield finds itself overrun by hungry zombies. For those unfamiliar, zombies are fictional creatures, reanimated corpses with no soul, often driven by a desire to terrify or consume living beings. Historically, zombies are believed to originate from Haitian folklore, where tales spoke of dead bodies revived through magic. Modern zombie stories involve various methods of reanimation, such as nuclear radiation, viruses, or scientific experiments gone wrong. While early encounters with zombies were linked to Haitian voodoo cults, zombies have since appeared in several books and movies, including White Zombie, The Walking Dead, and Train to Busan. Black hole. Get ready to be amazed by yet another apocalypse prediction involving a black hole. In the second episode of their 24th season, Treehouse of Horror 23, aired on March 24, 2013, the dysfunctional Simpson family faced a dire threat, a menacing black hole. Chaos erupted as Lisa mistakenly triggered this cosmic entity while trying to contain it at home. In classic Simpsons fashion, things quickly spiraled out of control, and the black hole ultimately consumed Springfield, leaving Maggie alone in the devastated town. Despite scientists reassuring us that the nearest black hole is a whopping 1,160 light-years away, The Simpsons' track record of predictions might leave us wondering if this year holds any unpleasant surprises. Coincidentally, on January 1, 2024, India achieved a remarkable milestone by successfully launching its inaugural X-ray polarimeter satellite, ExoSat. This groundbreaking achievement offers a new opportunity to delve into the mysterious realm of black holes, adding another layer of intrigue to The Simpsons' prophetic insights. Suppression of green energy. The Simpsons might have been onto something about clean energy. In one episode, Lisa uses the sun's power to build a race car, like how some people want to use clean energy to help the environment. But guess what? Mr. Burns likes things the old way and uses his blimp to block the sun and make Lisa lose. It's a funny story, but maybe it shows how some people who like old energy might try to stop new, clean energy from winning. In 2024, the world still uses a lot of old energy, so maybe The Simpsons were right. It's essential to keep pushing for clean energy, just like Lisa. Will some forces work against the global transition to green energies this year? There are some rumors that big oil and gas industry players are not happy about the whole green energy transition, but it's left to see how far they would go against clean energy in 2024. The following prediction may sound like science fiction, but the shocking truth is that science turns fiction into reality daily. Human cloning. In movies and TV series, human cloning has been shown in various ways. For instance, some movies have shown it as a way to achieve immortality, bring back loved ones from the dead, or even create armies of identical individuals. In an episode of The Simpsons called Send in the Clones, the show humorously shows the consequences of cloning. Homer gets a hammock that can make clones of anyone who lies on it. True to The Simpsons style, the cloning process in the episode goes awry, resulting in mutated and not-so-smart versions of Homer. These clones eventually threaten the original Homer, leading him to destroy them and face the consequences of altering the order of nature. While magic cloning hammocks are purely fictional, it's worth noting that scientists have made significant progress in cloning technology in real life. The successful cloning of animals like Dolly the sheep showed us that it is possible. Creating animals with specific traits in a lab would soon become feasible with gene editing tools. Just look at how fast AI has advanced in recent years. It might seem unbelievable, but human cloning in 2024 isn't entirely out of the question. However, there are substantial ethical problems with human cloning that need to be seriously thought about and solved before we even try. The next revelation is a shocking allegation against the government. Government using music to manipulate the public. Art and music have been solid tools for centuries to sway people's opinions. They can spread good or bad ideas and even control large groups. The Simpsons even poked fun at this idea in a 2024 episode. Remember New Kids on the Block? In the show, Bart's in a boy band called Party Posse, but it turns out they're secretly a Navy scheme. They use catchy music to trick young people into joining the military. This might sound unbelievable, but it makes you think about some weird stuff that's happened. There were those creepy radio broadcasts with random numbers and even documented experiments where governments tried to control people's minds. And some people even accuse famous musicians like Keisha of having hidden meanings in their songs. Fear has always persisted that music might be secretly used to control our minds, but a brainwashing musical band is probably just a funny idea from The Simpsons. It's interesting to think about, but also a little scary. The following prediction is a ghost story. You better sit tight. Interactive hologram. Holograms can bring ghosts back to life, and everyone thinks they are super cool and futuristic. This 3D light shows project images like natural objects floating in the air. Remember that Simpsons episode, Bart to the Future? It predicted we'd use holograms for mail by 2030, with letters appearing in 3D. Technology keeps getting better, and holograms are becoming more realistic. We've even seen holograms of celebrities like Michael Jackson and Drake performing with his hologram on stage. However, as holograms get more accurate, there could also be some things that could be improved. Bringing back dead musicians as holograms is an excellent idea, but it raises some questions. Did the musician want this? And how will it affect their legacy? Also, what if someone uses a fake hologram to spread lies? That could be a big problem. But on the other hand, imagine seeing a hologram of a loved one you've lost. It could be an emotional experience and a way to feel close to them again, almost like a reunion. It's time to hear from you. Which prediction did you find most surprising? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.